Hey everyone, I'm Dani.
I'm Bobby.
Today we're going to talk about one of the biggest words happening right now in news, Millennial, which is me.
And Gen X, which is me.
Yeah, what are the differences? How are we the same?
And how do we communicate? I mean, those are things that we have to understand in order to better work together and collaborate. Now, here we are collaborating. And,
do you understand when I speak?
What's that? Can you explain in a longer detailed email to me? Yeah, okay, so why don't we talk about let me talk about the first similarity, which is, a lot of people say, well, Gen X and millennials are so different. Honestly, when I was the age that millennials are, right, I was more like that person. I was more independent, I was more into technology, I was more into, social justice, and then things happened because I had kids and I had a family, so things changed for me.
Right.
So a lot of people say, well, honestly, I was a millennial when I was 20.
Right, exactly.
But I was really Gen X, but I was 20 years old, but yeah, the whole world was in front of me. So that's one thing I think is similar to us, because I do remember being the age that you guys were.
100%. Do you feel like a lot of it, I always think back to the idea of survival, and even when I look at my parents, when they were my age, they had more of a survival thing going on, which prohibited them from really following their dreams or finding opportunities. Whereas for me, I feel like I've been so taken care of in terms of my I didn't hit 20 and feel like I was in survival mode, so I really got to push the boundaries on what I was allowed to ask for in life. And do you think that was something for your generation?
Maybe, although I think for a lot of Gen X, we were kind of rebellious in our younger age.
Right.
We were trying to figure out our own path. Because we saw our parents, they were boomers, and they basically were stuck in the same jobs, and they were, being accountant for 35 years.
You guys created, right?
And we wanted to be that way, but I think when somewhere within 10 years after school, we're like, okay, now we have families, we feel a little bit stuck. I think a lot of Gen X people feel stuck or resigned to what they're doing, and so that's been a big challenge. But going back to the communication piece, the one thing I'll say is a big difference is I find millennials definitely are really good at short messages, starting with text messages and short messages on Twitter, things like that, whereas a Gen X person, I will communicate in a super long-ass email, here's all the different things, here's my discussion, key issues, the next steps, and then my millennial interns don't read the whole thing.
Yeah, I definitely like skimming emails. It's one of my biggest downfalls, People be like, oh hey, so we have a meeting tomorrow, and I'm like, do we?
Yeah.
Did you say it in that long email you sent me?
Yeah. Well, what about preferences? I prefer everything via email. Mm-hmm. Whereas I find a lot of my millennial comrades, they like text, WhatsApp, Slack, email, everything, and just they prefer multiple channels versus just one.
Yeah, I honestly am okay with anything as long as it's not a phone call.
Right. You don't want a phone call. I would love a phone call because studies show that a 5-minute phone call is the equivalent of 3 to 7 emails over 3 weeks. So why not call me and get it over with?
I know that, it makes sense. I got rid of my voicemail because of this, because I can't handle phone calls so much that I'm like, please just email me.
Wow. Okay, so again, clearly lots of differences, lots of similarities. We're going to dive deeper into this even in future videos. But
yeah,
for
what
now,
do you guys think? Let us know.
Comment below, let us know.